Greetings, everyone. Happy afternoon to you and yours, pickleball fans. Dave Fleming here with one of the best players to ever play this sport, Adam Stone. And Adam, we were just treated to an amazing match over on CBS Sports. We're now over on this live stream here at the Vulcan Tournament of Champions. And my goodness, Coop and Navratil get out the door in an absolute bizarre battle.
Yes, it was a very unique match, and I think that's why I liked it. You could really see strategic play. They had to figure things out with the injury in terms of where we line up, who takes what. So it was a very interesting dynamic, and I have had an opponent injured, and I tell you what, Dylan Frazier and Mary Brasha are somewhere probably alone trying to figure out what happened.
How in the world did we lose to a hobbled player? So they're moving on. We'll see what Navratil is capable of. Now we got the 4 versus the 5 on center court. Catherine Parenteau and Tyson McGuffin, guess what? They had a great day yesterday. They're going to play in their respective singles finals. And then Callie Smith and Jocelyn Devilliers on the other side. When Callie Smith is playing on center at the Tournament of Champions in her home state, it's electric.
Yes, and everything you just said is absolutely correct, Dave. I was impressed with her partner, Jay Devilliers, in the match previously. He had played one of the better matches I've seen in the last 7 or 8 that I've watched. So great job by him, and you said it, when you compare Jay playing well with the energy of Callie and feeding off of this crowd, it's a dynamic duo.
It really is. This is a duo you will see on Major League Pickleball as a part of the Dallas Pickleball Club, too, as this duo is looking to find a little chemistry here, Adam.
Yeah, are you involved with that?
Just a little bit. I may have drafted it. Okay. So what do you expect from McGuffin and Parenteau? We talked a lot yesterday. For those of you just joining us, Catherine took 8 weeks off. We were wondering Russ versus Russ. Oh, let's see. How's that working out?
Yes.
She made the singles final, and here she is in a quarterfinal of the mixed doubles.
This is a veteran matchup.
Yeah.
All 4 players on court have been playing for a while, and I think it's going to be seamless for Catherine Parenteau and Tyson McGuffin. They're going to get into their roles of incredibly consistent play, making digs, moving their dinks around, giving their opponents almost nothing, and letting that Ferrari forehand occasionally get over to the middle of the court and do some damage.
So this will be a very interesting battle here, and it's going to be a decision of, okay, where are the speed ups and decision making coming from Devilliers and Smith? Can their power through 2 of the best defenders in the game? Really interesting. And then obviously we've talked about who's not here. We've talked about the upsets. This is a wide open mixed doubles field for a chance to win a very prestigious tournament here in Utah in August.
Hey, it's the line we always use. Dave, who wants it? Who's going to step up? Who's going to play big in this moment? Because this is a very coveted title, and we are moving pretty deep into this bracket. It is absolute go time.
So it is Callie Smith, Utah's favorite to serve. Let's play pickleball. And a serve off the back edge of the baseline there.
Yes, that was very close in real time.
0-0-1.
And apparently Tyson didn't hear that it's got to be all black and white. Look at Devilliers. Big heat. Parenteau's defense is there. And then what a read for the Ernie.
Dave, flying Frenchman. He was in the air for like 10 seconds there. Unbelievable.
How can a guy that's that big move that well? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You have one or the other. You don't get both, Dave. And
I didn't get both.
Those select few that have both, man, I'm jealous.
I am so jelly here. Great start there on defense for Devilliers and Smith. More, please.
Yes, and we got a lot of storylines here. All these players have played against each other and with each other a lot as well. Catherine and Callie, U.S. Open champions together. Tyson and Jay played over a year together in men's doubles, so there's a lot going on out there.
Yes, the Devilliers partnership didn't get the results they'd hoped for. And I can Ernie too, says Callie Smith.
Yeah, one of the most powerful, explosive athletes on the female side. She just really moves well and just has elite power and movement.
Point.
Nice roll from Callie Smith there, and again,
that big Frenchman squeeze in the middle, Dave. You think Catherine didn't notice that a little bit?
So much pressure.
Yeah, right foot in. Point.
Okay, so
he's almost, Don's almost sad about it.
He was, yeah, because he didn't. I think Don's sad that he didn't call it first. It was his partner there that got it. So, and again, that was more of a momentum call, and great drive from Devilliers caught McGuffin leaning. That's a great shot from McGuffin, and we're at pit road, an F1 race with all the squeaking I'm hearing on that court. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, very good, and a rare cross-court dink battle between the fellas, and a nice little step to his right with that big forehand, and tons of spin to keep that angle in from Tyson McGuffin.
And I love the choice from Devilliers of driving that ball back across and against the grain, and McGuffin caught him twice here. So some smart choices from the veterans here so far, and a nice little early lead for the 5 seed.
Side out. One, 3-1. Second serve.
Again, the referees, Don Stanley is our lead referee. Stan McShinsky is who caught Tyson McGuffin, and Pamela Leslie, if we get to replay, is the tracking referee. Great first volley from Devilliers.
Yeah, very nice. Stepping over, and we saw Tyson trying to protect Catherine, but it's a bit of a wingspan thing, Jay. It's easier for him to get that big paw over there and hit that first volley, as he's standing about 6'3", and Tyson around 5'10", 5'11", Dave.
Yeah, and then there's the pressure of making a good return and covering, and you get some misses.
Second serve.
What a little flick from McGuffin there.
I mean, zero backswing. Just a little boop right there, and obviously catching his opponent off guard. Very nice shot. I would recommend not trying it again for a little while.
No, no. Get away with off speed in the middle about once a match. Saw the whip and the spin that he got on that.
And it's, I'll tell you what, the fella's hitting quite a few more balls than the ladies right now early in this match.
Point.
Yeah, a little too much swing from Callie on the mini pancake,
2-4-1.
meaning the short swing right from her right shoulder.
Second serve.
Come on, right here.
Jay's really sticking those force, which is that first volley as the returner.
2-4-2.
Pretty from McGuffin.
Yeah, to kind of get the paddle a little tighter to his hip so that he could hit that ball inside out. Phenomenal job from Tyson.
3-4-2. Point.
Yeah, tough break from Jay. Trying to catch Tyson coming in hot.
4-4-2.
Went for a little too much.
The no-go zone on Callie Smith right there.
Yeah, and I talked about that mini pancake. She missed a first volley earlier, but one of the better ladies at protecting that right shoulder.
4-4-1.
And she gets a lot of pop from that short stroke as well.
So tied at 4 again. Quarterfinals. Looking for a berth in the semis.
Point.
Big yell from Devilliers to get Callie Smith paddle out of there, and she obliges.
Yes, and ball sailing well out, but it always helps to get a little communication from your partner when that ball's moving so quickly.
Oh my.
Second serve.
Parenteau is disgusted with her own shot there, but got away with it.
5-4-2.
You just do that every time, Jay.
Point.
A tough break. Maybe the only downside of partner communication is when your partner is ready to hit you, say something, they hesitate but can't get their paddle out of the way.
And you mentioned it as we went on the air for this match. This is as confident as Jay Devilliers has looked in several tournaments.
Oh, I agree completely. I love what's going on with his game throughout this day so far.
Thanks for paying us off there. Jay Devilliers is everywhere. And we do not cheer unless we just said something nice about somebody.
Yes, very good stuff there. And we're headed to a timeout. And I think that is the right call from Parenteau and McGuffin as Smith and Devilliers firing on all cylinders, Dave.
Confident. 5 seed, doubling up the 4 seed. We'll continue game number 1 after this.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
All the things. Fly on your schedule. Reward yourself and the girls whenever. Stay or go when you wanna. And more is on the way. So when you're ready to go, go with heart. Go with Southwest.
So Devilliers flying, making shots, executing, and under control.
Yes, yes, absolutely crucial for him to be under control.
The windshield wiper scoopage just ends up a little wide.
Great spot from Tyson McGuffin at the right hip of Jay.
4-8-1.
And Callie's like, I know you're playing well, but get off my side.
And I want to give a shout out to Callie. I played, I don't know, 10 to 15 tournaments with her, and I will admit, early on, she would really challenge the guy, and she has done a great job of playing that supporting mixed role and picking her spots much better instead of that all-out offensive barrage. So kudos to her to developing her game.
No doubt. Got one ride with her in that opportunity to play the old and young pro, which we battled together, got a bronze together. So great partner too, great partner. And that is a great shot from McGuffin.
Incredible, that poke with the backhand. It's not much of a roll, but man, he gets some pretty good oomph from almost nothing. There is literally no backswing there, very tough to read.
Look at Parenteau scrap, and then wins the rally. Her court coverage is ridiculous.
It really is, and one of the best sliders out there, but she's balanced, in control when she's sliding. Awesome athleticism from Catherine, and Tyson pointing at her, letting the fans know that he was thrilled with his partner on that point.
So McGuffin's got the best seat in the house for the CP show. They are all the way back within one. We'll be right back.
Stay in the game with OS First Socks and Compression. Chosen by pro athletes for comfort, injury prevention, and muscle recovery. Be a champion with compression zone technology for support where you need it and the flexibility to make your move. Gear up like a pro and step into greatness.
So folks, I'm not saying we're going to be delayed, but there's weather around the mountains here, and we're going to just keep an eye on that. That cools off the court, though, which the players aren't going to mind that. So little easier conditions if it stays this way. We obviously don't want the delay of any precip on the court, but the rally is on for McGuffin and Parenteau. Look at CP defend.
Oh, incredible play, and a little overextension there from Jay Devilliers on that last ball. He's got a physical specimen for a partner. Let her dig that. It's tough, though, when your opponents are on offense there. You're just trying your best to get a paddle on the ball.
So this is what they do. They scrap, they play defense, and they look for their opportunities. And McGuffin and Catherine have come all the way back, so we're tied at 8. Again, quarterfinal. I mean, my goodness, we have a lot of good pickleball ahead. And again, we talked about being under control, and Callie Smith held the finish there.
Yeah, she did. I think she was hoping Jay would turn around and see that her paddle was very ready for that ball.
And So Devilliers gets a gift, a rare gift at 8-all from Parenteau. So 9-8, they had the 8-4 lead. Now they get back up by 1. What a beautiful disguise from Devilliers there as he's been hammering those. Catherine's been digging them. Let's just drop it.
It's the best. I'll label it the best. His deception
after
after slamming a couple, like you said, Dave, to take the pace off and hit short into the court. I think he's the best in the game.
So, what a turn of events after the rally from Parenteau and McGuffin. It is 10-8, and now the 4 seed is called timeout. We'll be right back with the conclusion.
Hi, I'm Rick Barry. I used to play professional basketball. Now I'm into pickleball. Performance is really important, but also recovery is actually just as important.
LMD is a product that I use constantly before my matches and after my matches for my recovery.
Great for inflammation, great for recovery. I keep coming back to this. AlloMD all day long, baby.
I use it.
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 AlloMD, Acute Relief Cream.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Oh, will you pause it real quick? Just sold the car to Carvana. Okay, hit play, please.
What? When did you do that?
I just did it the other day. All I had to do was enter the VIN or license plate, answer a couple of questions, and got a real offer in seconds. Then they just picked up the car and paid me right on the spot.
I can finally quit my job and become an actor. No, you're right.
Sell your car at Carvana.com today.
All right, folks, welcome back. There's a good look at Catherine Parenteau, and it is Devilliers and Callie Smith who have gotten a game point. And a great take from Devilliers there out of the air. And after being pushed to 8-all, that is a great finish from Smith and Devilliers.
Exactly right. So 4-8 to 8-all, and then to refocus, get those next 3. Awesome job of staying locked in.
So we will take another quick break. The matches are fire here at the Vulcan Tournament of Champions.
First thing I noticed is just it felt softer than a traditional maybe asphalt court. Softer feel, felt better on my joints, felt better on my body. When I was done playing, my body felt a little bit better. It was an easier recovery.
I like that it's a lot of fun. You can also see many families come together. You can see kids, grandparents, parents, they all compete and have a blast. So you can be competitive, but also you can have fun at the same time.
I need all the wins. Yeah, ain't no else, gotta get it, no call to quit. Yeah, gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets. Yeah, better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of it. Yeah, better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Welcome back, everybody. There's Jocelyn Devilliers playing at the height of his powers here in Salt Lake City and then a little bit north up here in Brigham City. So you fly into Salt Lake and then you drive about an hour north here, Adam. And we love coming and seeing this tournament, 10th year, all the celebration here. The city gets behind it, and Brigham City is terrific. And wow.
Yeah, you kind of stuck the butt out, and that's what I expect. Catherine and Tyson can grind people out 95% of the time, but when their opponents are playing so well, they are going to have to force the issue just a little bit and find that balance between incredible defense and picking your spots when to attack. They were very passive for the most part, very consistent but passive in game one. I expect them to step it up a little bit, especially if Callie and Jay continue to play so well.
Second serve.
Don't get to the kitchen there, so second chance here.
0-1-2. Side out.
Good look. That first volley was ridiculous.
1-0-1.
I'm all for it. I think it was a great coming in hot. Catherine very nimble to get out of the way of that last ball, though.
Second serve.
Still forced to defend. Callie Smith, if you wonder what that signal that she's given is, she's going to just fake in the middle of the court and then get out of there.
Side out.
Great pressure from Jay, using all of that length to take all of those shots out of the air, taking the time away from his opponents nicely.
Second serve.
Tried the tweener there. Just he's been known to make a couple of those.
He has. I wouldn't say that. That was somewhere between necessary and unnecessary.
Yeah, there's a little gratuitousness in that one. Time Callie Smith sped it up right into the paddle of McGuffin.
Yeah, she was aiming for the right shoulder, and she found the backhand counter of Mr. McGuffin. Nice job from him countering that initial attack and then cleaning up a couple shots later.
Second serve.
There's a play that McGuffin has seen used against him back across the grain from Devilliers in game one. Just missed that one. So this is the pattern that Parenteau and McGuffin, they make you miss. Problem in game one was they didn't miss enough.
Side out.
All good. I have no problem with that whatsoever. He has had some great success with that 2 or 3 times in game one. It didn't work out that time. No worries. Keep on keeping on.
Second serve.
And a reasonable attack off the bounce from Catherine Parenteau. And one of the slight issues in Jay's mixed doubles game is sometimes he gets too big and it kind of spreads out his hand speed a little bit. When you're covering that much court, it is tough to defend. And Catherine Parenteau, nice job finding that spot.
Side out.
So stuck on the goose egg here in game number 2. So weren't able to take that momentum and apply it here at the start as they roared to the finish line in game 1.
Point.
And tattoo parlor for Parenteau on Devilliers here in game 2.
Yeah, got him in the caboose once, and a couple other spots as well.
Yeah, there are train tracks nearby here, so. Oh, and the spin of that pushed it away from Callie Smith, who thought she had a good read. This might be timeout time after a big sprint like that and the scoreboard, but they're going to play through it.
Yeah, love the well-timed aggression so far early in game 2 from McGuffin and Parenteau. So easy to look bad in the commentary seat. So when you look good occasionally, it feels good, Dave.
It feels so good. Look at them. Look at them crank the aggression right there after Adam says it. So high 180, 5 in a row, and Devilliers talked about don't let them get on runs. They haven't been able to stop that. Can they get going? We'll find out.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hype Rise. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
It's a good look at John Gullo metal court, and that dude did and does so much for pickleball. Got this whole Tournament of Champions started, gives out rings for players, has really pushed this event over the years, and he's got a court named after him.
Point.
Nice work from Tyson. Yes, absolutely. John Gullo, legend of the game, and really got a lot of the wheels rolling for what we're seeing today, Dave.
And the wheels are rolling on one side and are locked up on the other. 7-0.
Yeah, this is, you said it right before the break, Dave, about as 180 as you can get from a game 1 and game 2.
That's just beautiful pickleball from Parenteau and McGuffin. Folks, watch that point back 7 times. Were they ever in a hurry trying to make their way to the kitchen?
Just so controlled, so simple. You back there in the midcourt, you don't have a lot of time, but you have more than you think, Dave.
Yes. Just a clinic here in game 2 from McGuffin and Parenteau. And anything floating in the middle. Now McGuffin is saying, I dare you to go down my line. Go ahead, I'm not covering it.
Yeah, that's the standard pattern when you have your partner's back. You know Callie's going to try to force it to Catherine at a very, very high percentage of the time. And Tyson using that nice pickleball brain and making a great read in anticipation.
You know, I come from Pittsburgh where defense wins championships. Their defense is spectacular, and they've added the offense. You got to score still, too, but my goodness. Parenteau and McGuffin, pickle point here.
Steel curtain.
You got it. Oh,
second serve.
And Parenteau just goes for so much. Why not at 10-0?
Yeah, 10-0, heat check, go for it. I mean, she was looking to
put the third tattoo on Mr.
That's what
Devilliers.
I was going to say, too. Canada, France, you know, they speak the same language. It's all good.
What in the world? Jocelyn Devilliers down on a knee for the Scorpion.
I have played against him probably 25 times, and I've watched him more than that. I have never seen him do that before. And that's a long way to go.
Oh my gosh,
clear.
That's 7 floors on the elevator to get down there. And then he executes it perfectly to avoid being pickled. Long climb here, but a little smile on his face.
Second serve.
I'll tell you what.
Right here, guys, right here.
I know it's been a while, but when Tyson switched over to that paddle,
it changed everything.
The backhand punch from the chest elevated big time, Dave.
Yeah, that wasn't just coming back soft anymore. That was things on fire. There's a nice shot. So there will be no pickles here in game number 2.
Yeah, and I just remember playing him and then playing him again a couple months later, and I was like, wait a second, that wasn't happening a few months ago.
1-10-2.
So I think it's a combination of that paddle and his wonderful technique.
Yep.
Side out.
So they get one. Third try to close out game 2 and force yet another game 3 here on center court. And the off-speed pitch with the Callie Smith two-handed backhand speed up playing the left here down the stretch.
Off the bounce, new trick, new tool. And 5-hole on Tyson McGuffin right between the wickets.
Yeah, at like 4 miles an hour.
Point game, which ends.
Yeah,
a little just short. I agree.
It's super tough to tell when they drop that low, kind of like a racquetball shot. Yeah. Sometimes it skids in the green and you don't see it.
So short is the call and dominant is the word. Parenteau and McGuffin just destroy Devilliers and Smith, and there you see just not quite enough curl on that. We saw Mary Brasha in the prior match hit that exact shot and made it happen. So we're going to play 3, and we will be back with game 3 right after this. This is the Vulcan Tournament of Champions.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hype Rise. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back, everybody. Utah loves when Callie Smith is playing on center. They loved game 1 a lot more than game 2, Adam.
Yeah, it was almost a who can beat the other team to the offense first and without making a poor decision. Yeah. And it was night and day in game 1 and 2.
So can they restore the magic from game 1? Callie Smith will serve it to get us started. Just a slight delay here. Don Stanley getting the paperwork ready. Here we go. Spot in the semifinal at stake. And a stolen Ernie in the middle of that point.
Reasonable points here today on Championship Court, Dave. And that's exactly right. She was in an awkward position, and Jay's right there with the forehand.
I could have never reached that, so I couldn't have stolen that one, but Devilliers can, and they desperately needed to win that rally. And now a nice start, so got the energy back up, too.
It just doesn't seem like a lot. It's a lot, Dave. Just those 2 quick points, just to get a couple cheers from the home crowd. It really sets the tone early in game 3.
Boy, again, McGuffin's found that side spin on that a couple times because Callie Smith has the lateral quickness to get there, and the ball outran her.
And Jay was hawking hard in the middle, and he was nowhere near getting that with the wingspan. What a spot from Tyson.
Second serve. Zero 2-2.
Again, we'll switch ends when one of the teams gets to 6. Devilliers just back and forth across the tightrope.
Yes, I just don't get it. How he goes out wide and then he comes back over. How does he get there? Unbelievable.
He's home, mostly under control there, and they keep their 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's what it's got. I mean, I understand that was kind of set up perfectly for her, but Catherine attacking Jay has been more effective than Callie attacking Tyson.
100%.
So let's see if Catherine can find some good spots to pull triggers in game 3.
Done.
Yeah, and that wasn't even an awesome one.
Not my favorite.
Yeah, that was a 4 out of 10, but hey, it worked. Keep rolling.
One of the 4, so 0-2 here.
Second serve.
And Devilliers all over that backhand counter of a counter there, so keep him at 0.
Right, Tyson. He's had some decent success stepping over to his left with that forehand, but that time Jay jammed him up well.
Point.
Short return set up the offense there. So Parenteau and McGuffin on the board.
1-2-2.
And just ridiculous defense from Parenteau.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the key there. I think maybe some people at home would give Tyson the glory there. He had an easy job. Great digs from CP.
Ooh, and a wild Ernie from Devilliers, and the lead is gone. Again, this is quarterfinal. Winner gets the top seed, Jessie Irvine and Riley Newman, with a berth in the final at stake in that one.
Side out.
Let's Serve has to clear the kitchen, so if you're new to the sport, that's got to get all the way there. It does not, so that is a fault. That one skids off the tape, so bad luck for Devilliers there. And Parenteau continues the assault on Jocelyn.
Side out.
Miss serve, so a little peaks and valleys here in game 3 from the level of Smith and Devilliers. Unbelievable again with Parenteau. Because getting there, you're like, yeah, I got there. She throws it in the kitchen every time.
That's right. And they know he's going to do it. And if he picks the right spot, there's nothing they can do about that. But if he doesn't, they're going to be there. They're in the singles final, Dave. They can move. They can get up there. And one of the pitfalls of that drop volley can be so successful, but you do bring your opponents forward.
Yeah, so you're taking away your advantage, and that 2-0 advantage is also gone. 4-2 to the 4 seed in game 3.
I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the Carvana PPA Tour.
So, Adam, a big conversation at the break between Devilliers and Callie Smith. What do you think they were covering?
We did a little eavesdropping there, Dave, and I think we heard a word or two, and it was, I like what's going on. Let's try to keep them on their heels. Just didn't execute perfectly. Stick with it.
And a big yell from not just the players, but the crowd wants them to rally here. This is home court advantage, Utah. The shot before that, the Parenteau wants back, but she will not get it back, so timeout proves very effective.
2-4-1. Good. Yes, ma'am. 2-4-1.
Not dropping that one.
Yeah, rare high dink from Tyson McGuffin, and a nice backhand offensively, and then the easy cleanup on the high forehand from Jay Devilliers. Great combination of offense from him.
Second serve.
Right hip again. Good attack. If you don't think these people are
3-4-2.
aiming for small targets, you are not paying attention. That's the key to victory at this level.
Side out.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I encourage people who love pickleball to come see these players and the margins over the net on these dinks. It's phenomenal.
4-3-1.
Can't teach 6-3.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm still okay with it. She kind of hit it to his paddle, unfortunately, but she wasn't terribly far off the kitchen line, so I would expect her to continue to try to be offensive. Oh, look at this.
Okay, a little switcheroo, and it works out. So we'll see if they stick with that, or it's just we're not loving coming forward and unwinding the stack, and that's what it was. So it shows a little different look, too, which is always something you can pull out of the tricks.
Second serve.
Yeah, that was about as aggressive as a dink as you can hit. And
3-4-2.
She's rewarded.
Full carve on that.
Yes,
That's
yes, very
little
much so.
station for the roast beef.
Point.
There's the threat of Devilliers right there on McGuffin.
See, I would think prime rib on the carve.
Sir.
But, I mean, they both
4-4-2.
work. But yeah.
I'll even take some turkey over there, too.
Okay, let's go.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Side out.
So, inching away like the last quarterfinal we covered. No one's able to get a big lead. 2-0 became 4-2, has now become 4-4. Everyone's scoring in pairs.
Point.
Just deep from Callie Smith. So this is big as the serving team. You want to switch with the lead.
5-4-1.
Psychologically, it's big. And McGuffin had 3 or 4 of those in game 2 as their roll continued. Didn't make that one.
Too juicy.
Awkward party of 1, but he got away with it.
Yeah, it was a nice job to get that over to the backhand. He really manipulated that wrist and was able to get that ball over to the left side of Tyson McGuffin.
Boy, and we had role reversal there as it was Devilliers and Smith that were scrapping the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Just barely lost her balance on that last attempt on the forehand flick from Callie Smith, but well-constructed point from the players.
Get the players lined up in the correct position. New rule change across USA Pickleball.
Side out.
So another chance to switch ends with the lead. And I can assure you it's 5-4.
5-4-1.
I'll tell you what,
Second
Dave,
serve.
there's a lot to think about out there on the pickleball court, so I like the new rule change.
Yes.
You can't be in the wrong spot.
No, there were matches
5-4-2.
lost serving to the wrong spot, and that's, you know, we want to win by our athleticism, not our brain from a where to stand perspective. And I don't know how some of these ladies do it. Callie Smith has to expect that ball to get to her because Jay will peel out of there too. It's impressive.
4-5-1.
So they hold again. And this time Callie Smith does find the court.
Right, and possibly going to the middle, she had a little more court to work with that time because it was literally the same type of shot.
Yeah, just a little geometry lesson there. Straight down the line is not as much room.
No, that right heel hit,
Oh, and the Don Stanley alarm clock will signal
switch ends.
a switch of ends as he's got the best fault call in the business.
As long as you do it at the right time, it's a great strategy with how good the offense has gotten from the ladies.
So 6-5, we will not switch ends anymore. This is where they will stay. Man, an unbelievable dig from Callie Smith in the middle of that.
Just what we talked about. Jay was right there, and she was able to dig it in a very awkward spot.
Wow. Just deep on the little flick from McGuffin, and an incredibly good defensive point from Callie Smith.
Yes, and what a confident no call from Jay as that ball's 1 inch out.
I don't even know if it was a quarter inch. That was unbelievable. Nope, he's got it. Oh dear. Yeah. And
I heard it, got it.
And then just disaster. So finding that fine line, and it's the one he walks every time he plays mixed.
5-7-1.
So 5-7 to be clear on the score here. Again, choosing not to switch here on odd. Ooh, Parenteau plays a very tight ball there. Don't know if the pickleball gods cleaned up a miss there or not. Parenteau played one that might have caught the line, so you just played on, and now
6-7-1.
the score is 6-7. So we'll get the scoreboard squared away for you. switch midpoint, and it works out.
Well, I love it. She said stay, and he
No
just
chance.
bolts across there. I was like, Callie, you better figure this out. He's not going to do what you say at this point.
Yeah, we're I formation. You choose, but I'm going left. That was just absolutely, the
6,
third
7,
base
2.
coach had the stop sign up, and he ran right through it. Nice off speeds. Catherine likes a little pace to defend.
Couple mid-pace from her. It was a long time ago, so I'm not going to bring it up, but that's another wrinkle in her game that might not have been there
7,
a
6,
year or
1.
two ago. Great way to create offense without a full-on barrage.
Skids off the tape.
Yeah, tough break and a really nice attack from Tyson McGuffin, handled by Callie Smith as he unleashed on that Ferrari forehand,
7, 6, 2.
and she dug it out, but the let court, as it often does, seals the deal.
Side out.
Full swing inside out backhand from Parenteau.
Yeah, that's the special one. I think we talked about it with Connor Garnett. He can go cross court
6,
and
7,
line,
1.
but to have all three, even the inside out as well. Whew.
So unable to add to the lead. And just wide, so another scrappy point from Smith and Devilliers.
Jay made a little facial gesture there, like, okay, we'll take it. I'm not sure if we deserved it, but we'll take it.
Yeah, he's remembering
6,
the
7,
ball
2.
off the tape about 2 rallies ago where evening this up.
Point.
And another one off the tape. A little frustrated.
Yes, down in the dirt. A block kind of from her neck area with 2 hands and puts it at the left shoe
7, 7,
of Jay
2.
Devilliers. Catherine Parenteau, phenomenal job.
Oh, and barking McGuffin. Haven't heard much from him. Speed up from Callie Smith there.
Yeah, I think you get a pretty reasonably high percentage of barks off of big counterattacks.
Yes.
And that's
8,
what
7, 2.
that was a big counterattack, Dave.
So it is McGuffin, Parenteau who have taken the lead. Oh my goodness, so Callie Smith attacks again on the left because they're on odd. They kept her there, but it is now 7-8. What another man alive. These matches today are phenomenal, and it's execution at crunch time. Who's got it? Who
Big
wants
spots.
it?
Big spots, Dave.
Wide
7, 8,
open
1.
draw opportunity for everybody. Oh my.
Second serve.
Devilliers tries feathery inside out at 7-8.
Yeah, Jay, you just put that one in the back pocket for the rest of this match.
Yeah.
7-8-2.
Smith splits them. No one's in center field. We're tied at 8.
So good. Great deception. She had her main man Tyson in front of her holding on the backhand side, and she found the perfect window. Well played, Callie Smith. And again,
Yes,
not
sir.
a full out rip from her. Some nice control and some nice spin.
8-8-2.
Very good stuff.
So we got McGuffin barking. We got 8s on the scoreboard. This is fantastic. And this is just the quarters. Callie Smith just getting something off camera here, grabbing a towel or something. So that is the quick delay here.
I go here. 8-8-1.
Okay, a big verbal fake out there from Devilliers. Perfect drop shot at crunch time.
And the previous two, Dave, his opponents have been in the blue. This time he picked the perfect spot with Catherine scrambling. Well played, Jay Devilliers.
My goodness.
8-8-2.
And that all started with him faking like he was going to go somewhere just to put some other thought in their heads. Overhead, he went for a big angle, and that's what the defensive prowess on the other side can make you do.
Yes, sir. 9-8-2. Point.
And we are at match point, and they're going to think about it. So McGuffin and Parenteau get a break on a missed overhead, and then a big forehand third gets a volley miss, and that's the margins here.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked about it in singles with Tyson, that inside-in forehand is very good, and he caught Callie Smith transitioning forward, and at a big moment, Dave.
Who is gonna take it? You cannot miss the end. We'll have it right after this.
I'm not very good at pickleball, but I've learned that if you dress like you're one of the pros, people are gonna think you're a lot better at pickleball than you really are. That's why I like to buy all my pro quality gear at Valère. Whenever I added the bag with the Valère hat, I mean, my duper score went up 3 points overnight. It was incredible. I have been mistaken for Julian Arnold at a couple rec league tournaments recently, so I like to throw out some andiamos every now and then when I'm playing, just to have some fun with it.
Having trouble getting your dink up? Our advanced formulas are made of plant-sourced omega-3s from 9 nutritious foods, never nutrient isolates. Have better time with Green Fat.
Welcome back, everybody. It is match point on the paddle of Tyson McGuffin. Will do it. A tremendous match goes to Parenteau and McGuffin. A 3-game thriller, Adam.
Yes, that was my favorite one of the day, even though we've had several great matches. Big crunch time play from CP and Tyson McGuffin. Good for them moving on in our bracket, Dave.
Yeah, so Smith and Devilliers put up
dedication and training. To stay in the game, it takes grit and stamina. To win the game, it takes strategy and skill. You keep focus on your approach, drop, and champion shots, and we'll help you stay focused on your strength, flexibility, speed, and downtime. Having a sports medicine partner in your court is key to helping you make it to the game, stay in the game, and win the game. Select Medical is proud to be the exclusive provider of physical therapy of the PPA Tour.
Pioneered by revolutionary technology, backed by relentless research, we bring you an unmatched quality of product, made right here in the USA. Each performance paddle is engineered to perfection and built to last. Because when it comes to the sport we all love, quality and performance matter.
Let's have better time with this. Our advanced formulas are made of plant-sourced omega-3s from 9 nutritious foods. Green fat isn't anti-aging, it's pro-aging. Have better time with Green Fat.
Want to maximize your game performance to always stay in bounds? Look no further. Thorlow pickleball socks are specifically engineered with our innovative padding to help you perform your best. Pickleball socks that keep you on the ball. Find your sock at thorlow.com.
For muscle cramps and spasms, TheraWorks absorbs quickly for relief. So get back at it.
TheraWorks works.
For fast muscle relief, TheraWorks works. Try TheraWorks and get back at it.
Carvana PPA Tour is brought to you by Hyundai, Baird, Vizzy, Carvana, Vulcan, Feel a Pickleball, Hertz, and Duper. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Vulcan Tournament of Champions, and we have reached our last quarterfinal, and what a matchup we have. It's not one that the seeds would have expected, but these are 4 players that in recent weeks have been playing very, very well. So let's introduce you to the combatants. In the blue shirt at the top of the screen with the one arm rolled up, they love to call him the Winter Soldier. That's Pat Smith, who has been playing some tremendous pickleball. The last several tournaments, he and DJ Young beat the Johns brothers in an impressive match, and his game is back on the rise, and it is great to see Pat Smith playing so well here again on the PPA Tour. His partner that he is warming up with there is Tina Pisnik. If you haven't seen Tina's game, you're in for a real treat. great defense, has a great tennis background, high-level tennis player, pro tennis player, and you will be impressed with her ability to put the ball back in the kitchen and play defense. On the other side, we've got a couple of younger players. We've got the teenage sensation Gabe Tardio, who keeps playing better and better. There's a good look at him. He has been messing people up. He wants to have a breakthrough tournament. Is this the day? And then finally, the talk of pickleball. Hurricane Tyra Black is his partner. There's a good look at her. She rocked the world by beating Annalie Waters in singles in our last tournament in Orange County. And you always wonder, Adam, okay, that's an amazing achievement. Can you stack that and get to the finish line and win? Yes, she can, and yes, she did. She got the gold medal there. She got bronze in women's doubles with Elise Jones there as well. This is the most talked about player of anybody coming into this tournament. What do you expect to see here?
Well, I would like to see, and this is a different situation in mixed doubles where, as you mentioned, Tina Pisnik, a little early in her career, a little more controlled with the soft stuff, a little more athletic from Hurricane Tyra Black. Can she balance the supporting role with her incredible athleticism and offense?
We shall see, and we love that Vulcan is the sponsor of this tournament, and we've got,
0-0-1.
the Vulcan play of the. Here's the Vulcan replay of the day, and there were so many to choose from in this particular match. The defense turned into offense. It took so much just to win a single rally here, and you just never knew when is this going to get sped up, when is a ridiculous shot coming our way, and Jay Devilliers early in the match with the big finish, and that is the Vulcan replay of the day. And there's so many more to come. And we had the ultimate replay yesterday as Colin Schick, ridiculous shot against Tyson McGuffin, ended up number 4 on the SportsCenter top 10 last night. Absolutely. So here we go. Pat Smith at the top of his power from a couple of years ago when he and Jocelyn Devilliers. And hey, spoiler alert, they're playing together tomorrow in men's. That's going to be something. But let's play pickleball. And Gabe Tardio has that two-handed backhand rotation.
Reasonable combination for Gabe Tardio. he's got the slippery deception. He's got the big-time hand speed. He's really got all the tools.
And he is coming out firing here on center court.
1-0-1.
Yeah, and Pat Smith, he's a real player favorite. He's been around forever. He's a great guy. He's had some mixed in injury issues, but it's great to see him have a couple good results recently.
Yeah, and it's not coated in KT tape or anything like that. He's just out there making it happen. Again, big wingspan. We talked about his partner tomorrow, Jocelyn Devilliers, very similar.
Yes, and Pat's more of a stay on his side, pick his spots in the middle, as opposed to Jay kind of hanging out in the middle in mixed.
For sure.
Second serve.
Just get that the heck out of here, says Tyra Black.
Yeah, that was a nice smack, and Pat Smith has maybe not that one amazing, but he has a very good backhand top and roll from the kitchen.
Just kisses that one wide. So side out here early, and again the winner gets Coop and a potentially hobbled Navratil to get to championship Saturday. So what an opportunity here. Oh, and Pisnik gets Gabe Tardio's hand all the way in the cookie jar.
Yeah, very much so. And I love that. Just so early in her career, the decision-making and the quality soft stuff it's there, Dave.
It is. The question with her game is where's the continued descent on the offensive side. We'll see what happens here, but she's going to make balls all day long. Just deep from Pat Smith there after an impressive attack.
Yeah, I think they had a slight confusion who was going to take the overhead, and unfortunately that caused Pat to be a little late getting back forward. Either way, quality point from all 4 players.
2-0-2. Side out.
Nice job from Pisnik.
Yes.
Picking on the left shoulder of Tyra Black, and then, hey, she doesn't discriminate. Fires one right at Gabe Tardio as well.
I got left shoulders all over the place here, so nice job by Pisnik.
Second serve.
There's the hand speed of Tardio. That was a nice attack from Pisnik and got beat.
And that's right, and we've seen him in space off the side to the left side of his body rip the two-hander. He can cover the chest area with the one-hander as well.
And just the power that Hurricane Tyra Black has.
Easy power.
Easy.
I mean, it is looking like no effort, and it flies off the paddle. We've already seen it a couple times early in this match.
Yeah, because some players, it looks like they're swinging hard, and they are.
Point.
I think that it's very early in this match, but I've played and watched Pat play a lot. The fact that he's willing to hit several dinks, I think, is a testament to his health.
Yes, yes. Isn't in a hurry because he knows his body will not hold up. And there's the train that is a staple of this venue. And folks, if you are coming from I-15 and trying to get over here in a hurry and that train is in your way, you're going to wait for a while.
Yes, I have experienced that so a couple different times, Dave. But yeah, I think that there's been times when there's been lots of KT tape on Pat Smith where he will get stuck and attack balls in weird positions because he's unable to grind out the soft stuff.
And look at that, just gets off the ground and hammers that home. So a healthy Pat Smith is a dangerous player.
Yes, and I believe that he is over twice the age of Gabe Tardio. So
yes.
in his elevated age, in his late 30s, great jump and great athleticism from him.
And Tardio just says, I'll happily engage in this.
Yes, the hand speed is electric, Dave.
0-3-2.
Beautiful overhead, but my goodness, Pisnik with the dig.
She was in dire straits, and she dug out of it somehow. And yes, Pat Smith, I mean, physical specimen out there. When he hits it well, that ball gives so much pace and angle, nothing you can do.
Money for nothing right there. So here we go. Let's see if they can get on the board again. Only with one, and Pat Smith, not textbook drive and get there, but they do get the second point.
2-3-2.
And that is a beautiful ATP. Patience
and pop too.
Yeah.
It wasn't, she didn't just push that or guide that up the line. She smoked it up the line.
And again, high-level tennis player. It looked like a high-level racquetball player right there for Pisnik.
Oh,
Side
tough. Oh, my.
But I will say, Pat Smith, he was one of the first players to really take advantage of paddle technology and have that crazy topspin third shot
absolutely
drive.
right.
Several years ago, but he has it in him, and one of the first players that did that. So I expect him to continue to drive the forehand and come in hot.
Yeah, because it is heavy because it gets the pace and the spin combination. And
second serve.
Pops it up after a whole bunch of defense.
And that's J.W. Johnson's best friend. As you saw Gabe Tardio reaching up to the sky, trying to will that ball over. Pretty funny stuff.
The Newman started that, and then now it's everybody wants a little bit of that willpower. And that's a great cross-court attack from Pat Smith.
Yeah, I was actually surprised early in the match he went up the line when Tyra Black smoked that one, because he is great at hooking it cross-court or pulling that trigger to the middle.
Second serve.
Tall and lanky and patrolling the kitchen is Gabe Tardio.
3-4-2.
He's arms and legs, that's for sure.
Oh dear. And no communication there, so it's one Pisnik's expecting that big forehand from Pat Smith to come over there and just wreck that.
New marriage, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Beautiful shot from Tardio there, and just set up from ferocious power.
Did you see Tyra explode to the ball? I didn't even realize or think that she was going to attack, and then all of a sudden she's hitting it incredibly hard. Nice recognition of an offensive opportunity, then committing to it all the way.
And Pat Smith again takes advantage, and Pisnik will absolutely want to be in that cross-court dink battle. She's going to feel very comfortable there.
For sure, and we've had a couple matches earlier in the day that I'm not sure they were as comfortable, but Pisnik, she's going to go for it, and she's not going to change that pattern unless a good opportunity arises.
Point.
Ooh, another problem in the middle, and Pat Smith might have put a hole in Pisnik's paddle there. She's still checking it. Looks okay, and that shows you how well Pat Smith is moving right now to be able to explode to the middle there and grab that one.
Side out.
Yeah, I really don't, I mean, you can't blame Tina for going for that previous one, but you're right, Pat Smith was there.
So it is Tardio and Black doubling up Pisnik and Smith. Again, our last quarter final. I mean, the amazing part about what Hurricane Tyra Black has done, and when she gets those opportunities, it's every time she makes it.
3-6-2.
One-handed backhand roll. There's ladies that have been playing this for 5 years still working on that shot.
Nice job there from Tardio of seeing a dink that's just hanging up a little bit.
Timeout receiver, 6-3-1.
Tough to read, Dave. And not that he is any form of a weak player at all, but it's not as much the power on his initial speed ups, it's the deception from Gabe Tardio that is so great.
So good start for the youngsters. Tardio and Black looking to get to the semis.
Stay in the game with OS First Socks and Compression. Chosen by pro athletes for comfort, injury prevention, and muscle recovery. Be a champion with compression zone technology for support where you need it and the flexibility to make your move. Gear up like a pro and step into greatness.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Follow your vibe. Busy Hard Seltzer, flavor for every vibe.
Welcome back, everybody. Howard Hepworth in the middle. Sarah Smith and Gary Miller are your referees for this match. Dave Fleming here with my man, Adam Stone, and it's been a mixed doubles treat so far today.
6-3-1.
Oh,
Second serve.
they say the line skids sometimes. My goodness.
6-3-2.
That's my kind of return after I call timeout. Side switch here.
Point.
I think protecting on the stack.
Yep.
As both players, both opponents have very quality drives, so you can
7-3-2.
get in trouble in that situation. And you see there when you're late getting in, Dave, I would just like to see Pat a little more direct to the ball. He's late getting in, his opponent's on offense, and he goes for the roll. That is a very difficult shot to pull off.
Yeah, sometimes you got to concede your advantage.
Side out.
He knows what to do with a high ball, though, doesn't he?
Does he ever? So back to their preferred positioning.
3-8-1.
But Tardio and Black, just so much pace in this match.
We're talking about a teenager and someone in their early 20s playing textbook mixed doubles right now.
I mean, shut up, Gabe Tardio.
I mean, and do that and hit it to the perfect spot. Unbelievable athleticism from Gabe Tardio, who waited to the last moment to jump the kitchen. Beautifully done.
I mean, look at that. That dink is not in a spot anywhere near the sideline.
I mean, I always used to say you can't Ernie Downey soft. Apparently, I'm wrong, Dave.
Yes, you apparently can indeed. My goodness.
Point.
So, unlike the last time they were returning, they did choose to switch it there, and that got them in trouble. And it is a impressive display from Tardio and Black here.
Point.
What another tough one, and that paddle was in danger of being snapped over a German knee right there.
10-3-2.
How in the world did Tardio get that back?
Just protecting the moneymaker there. That was directly at his forehead on that shot. And he's not even really a pancake or a scorpion guy. So just, once again, phenomenal hand speed from the young buck.
Second serve.
That's 2 or 3 now, where she's in a defensive dink mindset. Gets a sliver of an opportunity and explodes to the ball.
pretty from Pisnik and waits out Black there, and that is going to have to be the formula here. When they can get into that, things are much better for them. 4-10 here.
Side out.
Forehand Ernie, backhand Ernie.
He's got it all working.
Add it to the list.
10-4-1.
Another chance to close out game number 1.
Point, game
And the
11-4,
power
change ends.
of Tardio and Black, just too much. An impressive 11-4 win here in game number 1.
I mean, I think that's probably the most impressive game I've seen all day. Very nice job. I said it, late teens, early 20s, and playing perfect mental pickleball.
Gearbox introduces the all-new CX-14 Ultimate Power with SST Core. All-new power band technology, delivering controlled, effortless power. All technology, every shot.
When we started Carvana, they told us that selling cars 100% online wouldn't work. But we went to work, building an experience that lets you shop over 17,000 cars from home, creating a coast-to-coast network to deliver your car as soon as tomorrow, recruiting an army of customer advocates to make your experience incredible, and putting you in control of the whole thing with powerful technology. That's why we've become the nation's fastest-growing retailer, because our customers love it. See for yourself at Carvana.com.
That's what they're playing for, Adam, and it's the Tournament of Champions. You want to be a champion here. It is the Vulcan Tournament of Champions, to put that on the top of it, and we appreciate all the great sponsors, especially Vulcan, stepping up here at this. You know, this was the first tournament to get prize money, Adam.
Yeah.
Time in, 0-0-2. Side out.
It's breezy. You saw her skirt after that miss really kick up.
And look at these umbrellas. So we talked a little bit ago about there was weather around us. Well, there's certainly wind on center court right now.
Point.
And Pat Smith's able to catch up to the Hurricane Tyra Black.
That's right, and the push off on the left
1-0-1.
leg. The man has been in some spots that I have not seen in a while. I know we brought it up a couple times, but I just love to see it from Pat Smith.
Second serve.
So you've got the altitude and now a
1-0-2.
wind that seems to be very gusty out there, so you got to deal with that as well. Hear it in the microphones. Wow, and Pat Smith's able to find Hurricane Tyra Black. And speaking of almost hurricanes, there is the wind that they are dealing with right now. So the swirling winds, if that keeps up, are going to be a factor through this match and then our 2 semifinals. Look at that thing staying.
Point.
Great finish there from Pat Smith. So a very nice start here for Pisnik and Smith.
Yeah, and I always talk about this at least once when I do commentary for you folks back at home. Target that left foot of your opponents when they're in the transition zone or in their back of the court.
3-0-2.
Very tough to come up with those shots. It works at the pro level all the way down to the beginner.
Side out.
So find that left shoe, everybody, and reap the rewards.
Yeah, we can go with non-dominant foot because we got a few southpaws out there.
That's true.
So just in case.
Just in case.
Second
And that
serve.
gets pushed wide. So textbook pickleball in game number 1.
0-3-2.
And now a new element has arrived on court, the wind.
Side out.
And now Tardio chatting with himself a little bit here, so a little different.
And I understand what he was trying to do, but man, he's trying to fit that into a tight window.
Wow,
Second
Pisnik
serve.
earned 2 balls that were up, and Tardio bailed out black.
And I don't hate either attack from her. She goes line on the initial ball and then tries the opposite shoulder on the next, and Tardio up to the task.
3-0-2. Side
You
out.
hear the grunts from Pisnik on drops. It's because she's trying to deal with that wind.
Yeah, you better have some quality
0-3-1.
footwork, and I will say this probably favors the young bucks in terms of that. So there's a little experience in how
Second
to deal
serve.
with the wind, but the #1 factor when it gets breezy is you got to take those little extra adjustment steps and get your base underneath you.
Chop those
0-3-2.
feet a little bit. So 0-3.
Point.
And Pat Smith, and again, you think the ball's at one height, and even if it just moves an inch, that affects
1-3-2.
an attack like the one Smith tried there. So on the board are Tardio and Black.
Side out.
And a lot more sprayish errors, some of that due to the wind certainly here, but this is where Pisnik and Smith need to get going and
3-1-1.
add to that lead here while they've got their opponents kind of confused on the wind.
Point.
Yeah, absolutely right, Dave. This is, we saw Tardio and Black in game 1, and if they are going to come out flat in game 2, you better get as many points on the board
4-1-1.
as possible because they could find their form at any moment.
Yes.
That's on the line. It's short. Second serve. Second serve.
So just to set up what happened there, when you serve a ball off the
4-1-2.
net and it lands on the line, lines you think are in, but in this case, lines are in the kitchen. Therefore, that last serve was fault from Pat Smith. My goodness, that ball moved 3 feet. You want to
Side
talk
out.
about the little choppy footsteps that you needed. That was almost a clean winner from 1 foot away. And it is crazy on center right now. And we may make a decision to, okay,
Here we go.
we are going to play. Okay.
1-4-1.
That's a
Second
pretty
serve.
finish there. And you can see Tardio and Black are like, where did this come from? We were at the height of our powers.
Yep, the
1-4-2.
mountains, they do some wonders to the weather, that's for sure.
Pat Smith was able to hit it over. Look at that thing
Side out.
jet out of there. So
Radio Dawn.
now the job is maintaining some semblance of control here when everything around you is out of control.
And that is tougher to do for a young team.
Yes.
Referee timeout.
So we're going to discuss just, is this even playable? Got the net moving a bit, so we're going to send Adam out to the court to get a sense of both the wind and where we're going to continue within this gale that has picked up, ironically, with Hurricane Tyra Black on the court. And again, just to reset where we're at, and I'll walk you through the draw. We've got the winner of this match plays Coop and Navratil in one semifinal. The other semifinal is Jessie Irvine and Riley Newman versus Catherine Parenteau and Tyson McGuffin. You see Howard Hepworth and one of the key leaders of the PPA, Connor Ogden, out there talking. There's a great look at a tent flag that is holding on for dear life up there. And this thing came out of nowhere. We knew there was potential weather around us, but all of a sudden this wind has taken over center court. There's a good look at the score here at the Vulcan Tournament of Champions. Tardeo in black, the 22 seed, 11-4, and now down 4-1. And Pisnick and Smith would love to probably keep playing because they feel better about what is taking place. And there you see Adam Stone having a little conversation with Howard Hepworth, our lead referee, to get a sense for what we're going to do. So he will scurry back here to the truck in a second, and we'll give you a rundown of what we're going to do. It's obviously plenty sunny, but it is plenty windy. So we've got Don Stanley has arrived on court, and he's getting a wind rating because there are certain speeds that we will not play at. So there's a good look at that going on. So we're using all the instruments we can to make sure that we have playable conditions here at a critical moment. Adam Stone sprinted back here. I'll give the man a minute to have a seat. What'd you find out, Adam?
So the threshold for stopping play is 28 miles per hour.
Okay.
We have not reached that, but the issue is the net is moving, so we're going to find some sandbags to put on the net, and we're going to resume play.
All right, so we are underneath the threshold, but we are also not going to play with a net that is moving. So that's where we're at. We're going to get that quickly rectified, and we'll be back with the resume play right after this.
Check this out. This is Venom Go by Hype Rise. You stick this pod on this pad and boom, instant relief wherever you need it. With 9 different variations of heat and vibration, you can soothe your sore muscles instantly. The tight spot on your neck, that little knot on your back, that shoulder that always bugs you, and your tight calf after a ride, say bye-bye to the pain and soreness. Heating up 6 times faster than any other heating pad. Ooh, that's hot. It's designed to get you out and moving. What are you waiting for?
Follow your vibe. Busy Hard Seltzer, flavor for every vibe.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get up to $1,000 bonus cash on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, plus 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
The Carvana PPA Tour is brought to you by Selkirk, Pickleball Central, Carvana, Skechers, Guaranteed Rate, Fit Fine Wines, Select Medical, and Vulcan.
Well, folks, you can't make this up. We have a wind delay with a lady named Hurricane on center court. So we have the sandbags on the net, and we are resuming play. And the sandbags are not an insignificant factor here, as you're going to have to watch your footwork over there with all the ernies.
Yeah, probably the biggest issue for Gabe Tardio,
yes,
I would say.
Yes.
Two phrases I know about wind is wind is your friend, use it as your advantage, but also it's a great equalizer as 100%. Well. And game one was pretty lopsided.
Yes.
And here we are.
Yep. Good look at the sandbags there on the side to keep that net fully in place. Again, that movement's going to matter too, and that's pretty from Tardio with the movement.
Yeah, that's right. He's in the middle of his partner's side and then gets back for the backhand winner. That's great court coverage and lateral movement at the kitchen line from Gabe Tardio.
Can't imagine that staying in. So not the time to lob when it's this gusty. Like, you just can't figure it out.
Just speed it up, Gabe. Just speed it up. You don't need to lob.
You got the hands. Got the hands. Tardio's there, and again, Pisnik looks to the sky as she is winning a lot of these cross-court dink battles and getting a attackable shot and not finishing. That's a problem. 3-4. Oh, and a McGuffin-esque little fake hit from Pat Smith there. And again, this has got to be go time for Smith and Pisnik.
Yeah, I think the short delay was a pretty big benefit to Black and
yes,
because they were throwing their hands up, making errors early.
Just a lot of frustration. And if you hit a roll going in the direction that Tardio just hit, you're getting the wind to pick it up as well.
Especially when Tardio can fire that ball up the middle. That's a lot of court to cover for Pat Smith.
I mean, look at this thing moving. Nice job from Pisnik there. And even though you're like, this is so frustrating, you have to keep reminding, well, they're having to deal with it too.
Did she just
oh,
pick
we're
up
doing
a
some
bug?
landscaping.
Okay.
We're doing some landscaping.
Picked up a bug. That's sweet.
3-4-2.
The grind is what this will be, and I guarantee you those other semifinalists are like, I'd rather be resting, but we got to get reps on this wind right now. So we saw Jessie Irvine at the break run across this court, so I bet you she's out there with Riley somewhere hitting some.
Yeah, nice hands and court coverage again from Gabe Tardio, and that's part of the deal. You partner up with Jessie Irvine, you better get ready to hit a lot of balls on the day of competition.
Yes. Day of touches are going to be plentiful, especially as the weather changes.
That's bad luck.
Yeah, she hammered that, but right off the top of the tape.
Yeah, another short stroke with plenty of power from HTB, Hurricane Tyra Black.
What in the world just happened there, and we're still playing? Unbelievable how Tyra Black got there, and then I don't even know where the ball off her paddle ended up here.
I thought it was an ATP, but
she just lobbed it up, and it was so shallow, Pat couldn't do quite enough. She did not go around the post.
Yeah, it was the spin from Pisnik off the tape. The ball just really checked up.
Yeah.
Oh, so 20 is the limit? 20 is the limit?
So we have perhaps changed our limit here to 20.
Okay, so
and
who's going to tell me when to start?
You even heard Tyra Black there saying I had the ATP, and then it wasn't there.
Okay.
So
when I have the ATP and it's not there, I just hit it into the post.
yeah, exactly. Just do the HTP. It's a lot easier.
She somehow, dropped it in the kitchen, even though it was a little awkward.
Obviously, we don't have a timeline, but they're shooting for
So
10 to 12 minutes.
Now we are definitely delayed because of the wind, and 20 is what I heard.
Don't have
there.
a
I know what they
timeline
told
really,
you earlier, but perhaps
look for 10 minutes and see what happens. So
it sounds like as we listen in there, and I love the mics over there on the benches, that Howard Hepworth is saying we're going to take a 10-minute break here.
We're just going to.
But that's a guess, and this is bad news for Pisnik and Smith, who would love to just go play sloppy pickleball here and make the kids get frustrated. So here's what we're going to do, folks. They're going to step away. They think 10 minutes. We will obviously come back when they're ready to play, but we'll check back in with you in 10 minutes, and we will still finish this quarter and 2 semis. So go relax yourself, but just for 10 minutes. We'll be right back. That guy's got the device to let us know when we can play.
Yes. Yep. Go ask Don.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I appreciate you hanging in there with us. We actually went out on center. Adam even tried to hit a few balls. It is windy, as you can tell, so that's not new news. So the question is how much longer is this going to go on? About 5 minutes ago, good pickleball would have been impossible out there, Adam.
Yes, and like you said, I witnessed it for myself, and yes, we have very good athletes out there on court, but we are playing with a wiffle ball, Dave, and it affects it very much. So it was tough for me to really do much of anything out there.
Yeah, so the wind continues. The players are trying to figure this out, but we are not ready to play right now, unfortunately, is my update to you guys. So we will continue to monitor this, and the players are trying to figure it out, as are we. So we're going to take another break here, and when we have more news, we will jump in and let you know. We'll be back as soon as Mother Nature lets us. All right, folks. We know you love watching pickleball, so we're going to give you a great match to check out. This is the mixed doubles final from Atlanta, featuring Annalie Waters, Ben Johns, Riley Newman, and Paris Todd. So enjoy this one, and we will jump in and out and give you updates and let you know when we are able to play. But Mother Nature's saying NO right now. So enjoy the Atlanta mixed doubles final right now.
Game 1, time in 0-0-2. Point.
There's that middle ball right away.
Yeah, and it, from Riley's reaction, might have skidded the line. Sometimes skid, Michelle. So not a good swing at the ball there from Riley.
Point.
Testing the forehand once again from Ben Johns.
Short return, got pummeled there.
2-0-2. Point.
Waters and Johns off to a hot 3-0 start. For those new to the sport, what separates them as the elite on the top of their game in the world?
They've got offense, they've got defense, they're smart as we talked about, and they won't beat themselves. A lot of teams will. They will stay disciplined to the patterns, and that's why they just keep racking up medals. They need a whole house to put them in.
Paris Todd finding a way to get the serve back on her side. She loves that two-handed backhand.
0-3-1.
It's a weapon. Makes it look easy down the line, forcing the second serve of Todd and Newman.
0-3-2.
Reminder, this is the best 3 out of 5 for the doubles matchups. Best 2 out of 3 in the singles.
Point.
Todd and Newman are on the board.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You want to put that ball in the middle, as we talked about, Michelle. But if Riley can reach in there with the forehand, he could flick it right back where it came from. It's a great ball from him. And he'll also bait you. He'll slide to the middle thinking you think that it's open to his left, and then he'll come flying over there with the two-handed backhand as well. So a lot of chess, not checkers out here today, Michelle.
Well, Annalie got him once down the line, twice right to that two-handed backhand.
3-2-1.
And that's what you got to do. You got to keep him honest over there, or he will just sit in the middle of the court.
4-2-1.
And if they play a lot of points that well, Annalie's going to say, I want to play on the left side, as they switch midpoint, and Annalie's on the left, and a great little flick from Ben.
Paris Todd finding the backcourt.
Yeah, that was a weird, it looked like Ben left it, and it was a couple miles in.
5-2-2.
Easy put away for Riley Newman. Waters and Johns, their run comes to a halt for now.
2-5-1.
Smart choice from Riley Newman of attacking through the middle twice.
That was good. Riley Newman originally thought that was sailing.
Second serve.
Yeah, that's one of those you say nope, and then you turn around and you're like right on the line. Shoot.
Point.
That's a big swing from Anna Lee Waters, several feet off the kitchen line on the bounce. Tough to make that.
Wow, no panic in Ben John's game.
No, and if you're new, the kitchen or non-volley zone is that lighter blue, and you saw the ball go in there. You can go in there and hit the ball if it bounces, but you cannot volley the ball in there. That's the name.
Paris Todd jamming at Ben Johns.
Yeah, nice job by Paris there, of standing tall right there at the kitchen. You know, we talk about how good somebody's hands are with those fast battles, but to be able to get the paddle on a ball off the tape like that is even more impressive. That was great by Newman.
Second serve. Three, 5-2.
No points for Todd and Newman in that serving sequence.
5-3-1.
And that can hurt you when Ben Johns is back to serve as the first server.
Second serve. 5-3-2. Side out.
And that is a very quick side out to get it right back. So big opportunity for Todd and Newman.
3-5-1.
Don't get errors like that very often from those two.
Ben Johns can find any angle on the court. That time he chose cross.
Yeah, he just holds it and then pronates that wrist and game over.
Side out.
Wow, and the quick side outs continues. There's no rule in place right now. See if we can get to the kitchen and play ball.
Point.
We saw that a lot in men's doubles, and we'll see it later today. If the ball is funneled into the middle, Ben has been pulling that back in front of the person in front of him to their forehand and putting them in a tough spot, and Todd couldn't handle that one.
Second serve.
A quick hold for Todd and Newman.
Yeah, and you saw they chose to keep Paris Todd on that left side so they don't have to unwind the stack. This time they will.
Wow, what defense from Paris Todd.
Tremendous defending, because it's really hard to defend on both sides of your body back to back, and she was able to do that. Saved one on her backhand side and then on the forehand as well. That's well played by Todd.
Second serve.
Newman called out of bounds. Couldn't get out of the way fast enough when it's coming that quickly.
Yeah, Paris had the two-handed backhand just locked and loaded.
Riley Newman finishing on what we call the Ernie thing.
Yeah, so the kitchen is flat, so you can jump over it. You just can't step into it, and that dude's athleticism is ridiculous. He flew over it. Great move.
Ben Johns just
getting back slowly, doing that rehab. We look forward to having her back. It's not a short process, though.
Riley Newman taking over the court on his side.
Yeah, I thought we were doing fast hands drills between him and Anna Lee there for a minute. That was fun.
6-4-2.
A shot from Ben Johns.
Yeah, and that's as you watch these battles at that kitchen line, it is the margins are so narrow. If that ball stays up just a little bit, Johns and Newman and the ladies as well will reach in and flick a winner. That ball just skids off the baseline.
4-7-1.
What do you do when Ben Johns can take over the way that he has so far in this game?
That's got to be a shallower dink from Todd so that he has to take that off the bounce.
Paris Chad with a textbook ATP around the post.
Yeah, why did Riley call it wide before that? She needs the winner on her stats. Michelle, come on.
5-7-2.
Riley Newman steps over, steps in, and puts it away.
That's a great read by Riley because he saw Ben change his choice of shots from a cut to a two-hander that had to go down the line.
Wow, can't defend that, though. Riley Newman has 52 mixed doubles appearances, most of those with his sister Lindsay Newman. Testing out a new partnership here with Paris Todd. He has 11 golds, 15 silvers, and 12 bronze in his career.
And what's interesting about Lindsay and Riley is Lindsay's just one of 6 different players for him to make the finals with. Paris Todd, Elise Jones, Anna Bright, Jessie Irvine, Catherine Parenteau. Wow. That's a great mixed doubles partner to have and a lot of great players to play in the final.
What makes him, Riley Newman, an appealing partner in mixed doubles and his ability to take over matches?
Yeah, because he'll literally do that. He'll take over the court in the middle of the court.
He will literally take
the
court from.
Yeah, you'll see him all the way over. There's a good example. And
There's
he
a balance
changes
to that, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Paris Todd mentioned in the interview in their run that give her a little more space to run with when they were struggling.
Yes. So it's finding that right balance, and when you're playing with different people, you got to find it quickly. Such a smart choice there by Ben. So sometimes you want to hit it as hard as you can, and sometimes that short angle, we'll see that a lot in the singles today, to be able to stop that. That's great, great ball from Ben Johns there.
6-8-2.
The heroics of Riley Newman, good enough for the first shot.
Yeah, made him hit one
second.
more, but this angle right here, my goodness, that's a cute.
Not many people can generate the angles that Ben Johns can.
Yeah, and that table tennis background on the backhand enables him to do that as well. And then the forehand, he just brushes the ball, pronates the wrist. It's really impressive.
Oh, Annalie Waters was all over it. And so Annalie Waters and Ben Johns lose their challenge and a timeout. They still have one left. Wide again.
That was about the exact same spot, maybe an inch further out, so good hold there.
Oh, a skip off the tape. Newman wanted the ATP, couldn't get it.
And sometimes the ones off the tape are the most fun because they push the ball even wider, but that was so shallow to the net, he just could not get it around the post there. Todd had a good look at that, but Ben got it just to her right hip enough where she couldn't pull the trigger and keep it above the net.
Newman, big at the kitchen. Second serve on the side of Waters and Johns. We've been at 8-6 for a little while.
Yes, we have.
Oh, just wide. Right line has not been kind to Ben Johns and Annalie Waters.
More paint on that line over there.
6-8-1.
Just an inch. Riley Newman punches one home down the middle. We have a 1-point game.
Yeah, great wide dink from Paris Todd there, set that up, and that's that pressure that Ben's been putting on her. She returns the favor to Annalie Waters from a different position there. Great job by Riley finishing that off.
Oh, Paris Todd speeds it up on Ben Johns. What a choice there. 5, so we have a long ways to go here on championship court. Riley Newman
wins that hand battle, and those boys are going to see each other later in the men's doubles final too, so they're going to get a lot of each other on center today.
And here come Paris Todd and Riley Newman in the opening game with game point on Todd's paddle. Riley Newman puts it away, and Paris Todd and Riley Newman in game 2.
And what got them there, and you saw a couple of glimpses of that, is the Paris Todd defense was outstanding. It got them to the final, and saw a couple of nice digs on that particular rally.
A patient point, Waters and Johns taking the opening point in game number 2.
And a little volume from Annalie there too. She doesn't like losing anything, even a single game. A little mishap they got out of it.
That's how high their standards are though, right?
Yes.
Even a lost game will bother them. Wow, Riley Newman in that two-handed backhand that you spoke of earlier, Dave.
Yeah, and somehow got it through both paddles there trying to defend.
Annalie Waters staying patient, creating the error there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This team, much like Ben and Colin Johns, will happily win by dinking.
So when do you pick your moments of dinking and then speeding it up against these guys?
They're going to wait till they get a ball up like that, and they'll hit 50 dinks till they get that one. But they're not just making the dink for you to miss. You saw Ben again pull Paris Todd out wide, and that's a tougher ball to keep shallow. Nice response there with a great return that almost hit her partner. Well, folks, Mother Nature, unfortunately, is the winner here in Brigham City. So, due to weather, play has been suspended, and we want you to check the ppatour.com website for updates on tomorrow's schedule. But because we are live here, I literally just got it handed to me, so I will walk through this for you. And I am learning this as you are. At 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will continue the match that we just had, Pisnick and Smith versus Tardio and Black. We will follow that with a 9 o'clock, or whenever that particular match ends, mixed doubles semifinal, which will include Coop and Navratil and the winner of that match. Gender men's and women's doubles will follow after that, and then the other mixed semifinal will not go until tomorrow night. So Irvine, Newman, McGuffin, and Parenteau are going to be last match on tomorrow night after we clear the entire deck of men's and women's doubles. So that is the story. Sorry about that. Mother Nature got us, but still a great day of mixed doubles for my man, Adam Stone, and our whole crew who watched the crazy wind stop play. We'll have great mixed doubles and men's and women's doubles for you tomorrow. 8:30 Mountain. See you tomorrow. Peace.